I gotta bring out the master in me. Okay, no, let's just take everything. Uber hard. I'm gonna hate this game now.
This was the worst mistake of my life. After selecting every setting in the challenge rules, something odd happened. The game suddenly reset, booting back to the title screen. But this time, instead of the nuclear green, everything was tinted red, like blood. Afterwards, everything seemed normal. I thought it was just a bug, since it took me to the introduction. I got to see the professor, and all proceeded as usual. Until I didn't get to choose my player. It defaulted to this unusual sprite. It wasn't like the advertised male or female ones. It didn't even let me type my name. All I saw was a glitchy static box hovered over where the name should be. The game was essentially playing itself, leading into an ominous cutscene. 10 years ago, family lived in Beale Beach City, the largest city in Tandor. Their father, Kellen, was a brave and talented Pokemon Ranger. Their mother, Lucille, was a... Although they both worked demanding jobs, they always found time to spend at home with Tandor regions and Lucille's. The future seemed bright. Until... Finally, I gained control of the player. I was able to move about in the PC's bedroom, going downstairs to talk to my grandmother. What the hell was I seeing? The grandmother NPC was speaking in this broken English text, gibberish that I raced through, desperate to get past the glitchy mess of an intro. I hoped by thinking that the game would get better. I'd get my starter, fight trainers, and even become champion. Right? The starting town seemed innocent enough, though the gibberish text still remained. Honestly, I was getting used to it, understanding what these NPCs were saying. They gave me a rare candy, a pleasant sign. Maybe this hardcore Nuzlocke I was attempting would be a cakewalk. Seeing a bizarre Pikachu was intriguing, and soon I was getting back into the rhythm of the game. I even got to meet my rival, who seemed innocent and puny like most modern ones. The arrogant smile on my face gave me comfort and confidence, knowing that a Pokemon master like myself would triumph. It was time to get my starter. Of course I'd be picking the water one, always having a fondness for them. Uranium provided a nice twist to choosing a starter in the form of a quiz. Color-coding the answers meant I would guarantee an Wait, it wasn't letting me pick the answers. The game chose red, then I regained control choosing blue. The game fought back, picking red, as if I was battling the game itself for my starter. I managed to pick another blue option. We were left at a draw, hoping that reclaiming control from the sentient game. I thought surely I'd get that Eletux. It gave me Raptorch, it gave me the damn dinosaur. I was at the mercy of Uranium. Fine, I said. I'll play your game. My anger preventing me from giving it a fitting name, I called it Goko. I was fortunate enough for the rival to get the grass starter. It seemed that the game was following a trend of the modern era of Pokemon. All this told me was that the kid was in for a beatdown. A single wrathful ember murdered the Pokemon, which shrieked in an eerily realistic feline cry. No matter. My bloodlust was quenched. I gained the satisfaction of humiliating the puny pest known as Theo, telling his father of his embarrassing loss, hoping this would make the parent disown him. New feelings overcame me, as if the game was corrupting my mind. The fight for control during the starter choosing seemed to indicate who really had the power in this Pokemon adventure. I knew how to catch Pokemon. The game knew that I knew, so it didn't bother with a fully fledged tutorial. Yet it still mocked me by showing off that Eletux I deserved. Clearly the game was trying to push my buttons, and it was working. Yet, I remained hopeful. To my excitement, the Pokemon I had gained fondness for appeared before me. Pikachu! And the game ripped that excitement away. I could only watch in terror as Goko burned the poor rat to ashes, forcing me ahead to the next area. Even though my journey had just begun, this felt like the end. I faced off against weak trainers all burning before Goku's might. Even catching the bird was pointless. It would just be roasted into BFC. Slaying trainer after trainer, my destiny of championship is in my grasp. Dude, Did you know the river is populated mainly by Fortog? They're poisonous Pokemon. I'd carry around some antidotes if I were you. If only I heeded his warning. 426. A level 8 frog hit before me, par with my mighty Dino. Confidence, the bloodlust, all turned to fear. The minute that poison was injected into Goku, my own arm felt painful. Pound after pound reflected onto my body, bruises and cuts forming as blood dripped onto my keyboard. The death of BFC felt like a literal punch to the gut as I winced, begging for mercy. The game had none. Goku's life bar depleted, as did my own.